But it's too far for me to go because I'm too little. Georgie said, I will carry you there. So Georgie Pig walked to the end of the world. He walked and he walked and he walked. Are you sleepy yet? No. He walked through forests, across mountains, across seas. And are you sleepy yet? No. He walked all the way to the end of the world and found a big box of golden treasure. Ooh. And a big dragon. Grrr. Yes, a big green dragon with little wings and breathing fire. Roar! Luckily, it was a very friendly dragon. And he said, you can have the treasure. But then Georgie Pig began to shrink. He shrank and he shrinked and he shrunk until he was the same little Georgie Pig as he was before. How will we get back home now? Said Baby Bear. I can fly you home, said the dragon. So Georgie Pig and Baby Bear hopped on the dragon's back and flew all the way back home to the little house in the forest. And then it's the end.
George is asleep. Peppa is asleep.
Peppa, what are you doing out of bed? Night-time is for sleeping, not playing. Night-night, my little piggies. Sweet dreams.
Peppa and George are in their little beds, fast asleep.
George, be careful not to knock anything over. Ah! It's not funny.
Peppa looks under the pillows, but Daddy Pig's glasses are not there.
Oh.
George looks in Daddy's slippers, but the glasses are not there either.
Let's look in the bathroom.
Peppa and George are looking in the bathroom. The glasses are not in the bath.
Oh.
The glasses are not in the toilet.
Oh. It's too difficult.
Peppa and George cannot find Daddy Pig's glasses anywhere.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find Daddy's glasses.
Oh dear. Now what can we do?
I suppose I'll just have to learn to do without them. If I move slowly, I won't bump into things.
There they are! Daddy's glasses.
Daddy Pig, you were sitting on them all the time.
Oh.
Silly Daddy.
I don't know how they got there.
I wonder how. Well, you may have been a bit silly, Daddy Pig, but at least you're not grumpy anymore.
I was not grumpy.
George runs as fast as he can. But the kite won't fly.
George, you're doing it all wrong. You didn't run fast enough. Now it's my turn.
Peppa runs as fast as she can. But the kite still won't fly.
The kite won't fly if there isn't any wind, no matter how fast you run.
Oh.
We just have to wait until the wind picks up a bit.
Look! It's getting windy.
Now that it is windy, the kite can fly. The wind is quite strong now. The wind is very strong now.
George! Wow! Thank you, Daddy.
Daddy Pig flies the kite.
Hooray! Higher, higher.
Daddy Pig flies the kite very well.
Wow.
Yes, I am a bit of an expert at these things.
Watch out for the trees. You might get the kite stuck in one.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Oh dear, Daddy Pig has got the kite caught in a tree.
Oh no!
Oh.
Don't worry, George. Daddy will get the kite down.
George, I'm the butterfly. You have to be something else. I know. You can be a wriggly worm. Look, I'm a butterfly.
Oh dear, George does not want to be a worm. He wants to be a butterfly.
George, when I was a little piggy, I used to like playing at being a worm. It's very easy to be a worm. I'll show you how. First, you have to lie down on the ground. Then you wriggle around. I'm a wriggly worm.
George and Grandpa Pig are having such fun being wriggly worms.
I'm a little butterfly. I'm a little butterfly. Look, I'm a butterfly.
Yes, Peppa, you're a beautiful butterfly.
Grandpa, George, what are you doing?
We are wriggly worms.
I want to be a wriggly worm too. I'm a wriggly worm.
I'm a wriggly worm.
I'm a wiggly worm. I'm a wiggly worm. How do you do? I love you. I'm a wiggly worm.
That was fun. What animal do you want to be now?
I don't know. Look, Grandpa. There's a little frog.
Why don't you play at being frogs?
Frogs are not as pretty as butterflies or as wiggly as worms.
But frogs do play a game you like.
Do frogs play dolls' houses?
Oh, silly Peppa. What's your favourite game?
Jumping in muddy puddles.
Yes, frogs love jumping in muddy puddles.
Yes, George. Let's play frogs. I'm a little froggy. I'm a little froggy.
Daddy Pig is putting the rubber duck somewhere for George to find.
The duck is somewhere in your bedroom.
George is looking for the rubber duck. But it is quite difficult to find.
Oh.
George, you can see it. Just look with your eyes.
George is using his eyes to look for the rubber duck.
You're getting warmer, colder, warm again.
George has found the rubber duck.
Hooray!
I saw it straight away. This game is too easy.
OK, Peppa's turn. I will do the hiding this time.
Mummy Pig is going to put the rubber duck somewhere for Peppa to find.
I will see it straight away.
Ready! The rubber duck is somewhere in the kitchen.
I've come to find you, Rubber Ducky. I know where you are. You're in the sink. Oh,
The rubber duck is not in the sink.
I know. You're hiding under the table.
The rubber duck is not under the table.
Give me a clue, please.
It's sitting with something else that's yellow.
Something yellow that lives in the kitchen. Bananas! There you are.
Peppa has found the rubber duck. It was in the fruit bowl.
Hooray! Well done!
I want to play the rainy day game again.
OK, this time you can both look for the duck.
Daddy Pig is putting the rubber duck somewhere for Peppa and George to find.
Ready? I'm in the sitting room.
Is it on the sofa? No. Is it on the television? No. It's not anywhere.
Would you like a clue? It's sitting on something very big and very wise.
And very handsome.
Daddy! It's on your head. That's the best hiding place ever. Wow.
The magnifying glass makes George's eyes look very big.
Now what you detectives need is a mystery to solve.
Daddy, what's a story?
A mystery is something detectives are good at sorting out. Like finding things that are lost.
I know. We can find George's toy dinosaur. That's always getting lost. Dinosaur.
Mr. Dinosaur is not lost.
Oh. What about your glasses, Daddy? You're always losing them.
Oh, not today. I'm wearing my glasses.
It's not fair. There aren't any stories.
Would you like me to make you a mystery?
Yes, please.
Daddy Pig is going to make a mystery.
Now, what's on the table?
The little fish, Teddy, a jack-in-the-box, and Mr. Dinosaur.
That's right. Now look very hard and try to remember them all.
The little fish, Teddy, a jack-in-the-box, and Mr. Dinosaur.
Have you remembered them?
Yes.
OK. You just have to go outside for a moment. I'll call you when I'm ready.
It sounds like Daddy is going upstairs. And now he is coming down again.
All right. You can come back inside now. One thing is missing from the table. Do you know what?
Mr. Dinosaur is there. Little fish, jack-in-a-box.
So who's missing?
Teddy!
That's right. Teddy's gone.
Well done, Peppa and George.
It was quite easy for us. We are famous detectives.
Ah, but that's only half the mystery. Where has Teddy gone?
Oh, I don't know.
What are those little things on the floor?
They're cake crumbs.
The magnifying glass makes the cake crumbs easy to see.
I wonder if Teddy has been eating cake.
And the crumbs lead this way. Teddy's been eating a lot of cake.
The crumbs lead into Peppa and George's bedroom.
Oh, the crumbs have stopped. How can we find Teddy?
Ask me some questions, but I will only answer yes or no.
OK. Is Teddy in this room?
Yes.
Is Teddy in George's bed?
No.
Is Teddy somewhere high up?
Yes.
Teddy's in my bed.
Hooray!
The mystery is solved.
It's a crab! Ah!
The crab is pinching Grandpa Pig's finger.
Oh! Ouch!
Naughty Mr. Crab. Look, George. Mr. Crab is walking sideways.
George is pretending to be a crab. Peppa wants to be a crab too.
We're naughty crabs. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Pinch, pinch, pinch.
Help! There are two naughty crabs trying to pinch me.
Pinch, pinch, pinch. We're naughty crabs. Pinch, pinch, pinch.
Oh! Shoo, 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 you naughty crabs. Go back to your little rock pools.
Yes. Let's look in more rock pools.
What can you see?
A seashell.
Can you hear the sea in it?
What do you mean?
If you put a shell to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Wow. I can hear the sea. I love my seashell.
George, can you find a seashell too?
Shell. That's not a shell. Oh.
Peppa's right. That's not a shell. George has found a fossil.
What's a fossil?
A fossil is the remains of an animal that lived long ago, when there were dinosaurs.
Dinosaur. Rock pools are such fun.
Yes, they're fun for us, but not for this little fish.
A fish? Where? Ooh.
Poor little fish. She's trapped.
Let's dig it up.
It's a little coin.
Treasure!
Hooray!
Let's find some more. Aha! We found something else. It sounds big. My goodness! This piece of treasure is quite heavy.
Oh dear, that is not buried treasure. That is a rusty old shopping trolley.
Oh.
Maybe that's enough treasure hunting. Who wants to help build a big sandcastle?
Me!
What a good idea, Granny Pig. I'll just check on the boat.
Granny Pig is going to help the children build a big sandcastle. And Grandpa Pig is doing important boat things.
Ah, this is nice. Oh, maybe I'll just close my eyes for a little bit.
Granny and the children are making a big sandcastle. They need lots and lots of sand. They use buckets to make the castle's turrets. What a splendid castle.
Hooray!
Time to go home. Oh, where's the boat gone?
Look, Granny.
Oh no, Grandpa Pig is fast asleep and the boat is drifting away.
We have to wake Grandpa up. Shout as loudly as you can.
Grandpa Pig!
Wake up!
Wake up!
Oh no, Grandpa Pig is still asleep.
Grandpa's too far away to hear us.
We're stuck on Pirate Island. We're castaways. We'll be here for 100 years. We'll have to eat wild fruit and berries. And we'll have to eat insects and slugs.
George, would you like to try kicking your legs?
Very good, but try not to splash.
Big children don't splash. We're very good at swimming. When George and Richard are older, they'll be able to swim like us. Won't they, Rebecca? Yes. Oh,
Richard has a toy watering can.
stop it, Richard. Oh.
Oh dear, Richard has dropped his watering can into the pool.
Mummy.
Sorry, Richard. I can't reach. It's too far down.
Mummy.
I can't swim underwater.
Even I can't swim underwater.
Please hold my glasses, Mummy Pig.
done, Daddy Pig.
I am rather good at swimming underwater. Huh?
The watering can is for babies. Can we jump off the diving boards now?
Sorry, Peppa. Diving boards are only for grown-ups.
Oh.
Cheer up, you two. You can watch me dive.
Silly Daddy, your tummy is too big.
Nonsense. I won trophies for my diving when I was younger.
That was quite a long time ago, Daddy Pig.
It's lucky I've kept myself so fit and strong. Please hold my glasses, Mummy Pig. You'll get a better view if you watch me from the side.
Please don't splash us with water, Daddy.
Of course I won't splash you, Peppa. I think I need a higher board.
Please be careful, Daddy Pig.
Yes, don't splash us, Daddy.
Don't worry, Peppa.
Don't splash us with water, Daddy.
I told you I wouldn't splash.
Clever Daddy.
Well done, Daddy Pig.
No need for my towel. I've got a special way of drying myself.
A dinosaur.
That's a lovely picture, Peppa.
Yes, I'm very good at painting.
Now, we're going somewhere very special for George's birthday treat.
Yippee! Let's go. Where are we going?
You'll see.
The family are setting off for George's birthday treat.
Are we going to the circus?
No, but it's somewhere just as good.
Is it the cinema?
No, much better.
I just can't guess.
Where can they be going?
We're here.
The family have arrived at the museum.
Why are we at the museum?
Come on, you'll see.
What can George's birthday treat be?
George, what do you like best in the whole world?
Dinosaur. Ooh, dinosaur.
George's birthday treat is a visit to the museum dinosaur room.
Huh. Silly old dinosaurs again. Dinosaur.
Don't be frightened, George. It's not a real dinosaur.
It's just a robot. Look, I stand on this spot and...
And now, there's another surprise.
All of George and Peppa's friends are here.
Surprise!
Mummy Rabbit has made a birthday cake for George.
Can anyone guess what sort of cake it is?
A dinosaur cake.
It is! What an amazing guess, Peppa!
Happy birthday, George! Oh,
The grass has not been cut for a while. It has grown very long.
come on, George. George, where are you? I can't see you. George, I'm coming to get you.
Peppa and George cannot see each other. Peppa and George love playing in the long grass. Daddy Pig is going to read his newspaper.
What a nice day for doing nothing.
Daddy Pig loves doing nothing.
Oh, goodness me, Daddy Pig. We've let the garden get a bit out of control.
What do you mean, Mummy Pig?
The grass. It needs cutting.
Oh, I quite like it. It's the wild garden look.
Mummy, Daddy, come and play in the long grass. It's fun.
OK, let's all play with this spotty ball.
Oh, where's it gone?
The ball is lost in the long grass.
Now we'll never find it.
Maybe it is time to cut the grass.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
I'll get the lawnmower. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Ah, here it is.
Daddy Pig has found the lawnmower.
It's a bit old and rusty.
Nonsense. It'll have the grass cut in no time. It does seem a bit rusty.
Maybe I should phone Grandpa Pig and ask if we can borrow his lawnmower.
There's no need to phone Grandpa. I just need to push a bit harder.
Daddy Pig's lawnmower is not very good.
Oh, I know. Let's phone Grandpa.
Hello, Grandpa Pig speaking.
Hello, Grandpa Pig. Could you help us cut some very long grass?
Oh, certainly. I'll be over right away. Bye.
Wow. Silly George, you missed the cuckoo. The cuckoo was really, really brilliant. She went cuckoo and you missed it.
Never mind, George. You can see Cuckoo next time.
But you'll have to wait. Cuckoo only comes out once an hour.
Waiting is boring. Come on, George, let's play outside.
George does not want to play outside. He is waiting to see Cuckoo. It is nearly 10 o'clock. George has been waiting for Cuckoo for almost an hour.
George, come and play. Mr. Dinosaur wants you to play too. Grrr. Grrr, dinosaur.
George has missed Cuckoo again.
Never mind, George. Why don't you play in the garden? I'll call you when it's time to see Cuckoo.
To you, George.
It is nearly 11 o'clock.
Peppa! George! Time to see Cuckoo.
Quick, George. You can't miss Cuckoo again.
George is running faster than he has ever run before.
George, did you see Cuckoo? Cuckoo, cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Peppa and George love playing cuckoos.
Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
It is night time. Peppa and George are very sleepy.
Cuckoo.
Peppa and George are asleep.
Is it morning already?
No. Time to sleep.
Cuckoo is not very well.
She just needs to sleep, like you and George.
Good night.
Good night, my little piggies.
George, I know how to make Cuckoo better. Wind her up like Daddy did.
Mummy and Daddy are fast asleep.
What?
Mummy, Daddy, we've got something to show you. We've made Cuckoo better.
Shall I teach you both how to be rabbits?
Yes, please.
First, you have to twitch your nose and squeak, like this.
Squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak.
Very good, Peppa Rabbit and George Rabbit.
Peppa likes being a rabbit. George likes being a rabbit.
Rabbits like carrots. Delicious.
Nom, 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 nom. Delicious. Yuck.
George does not like carrots.
He won't even try them.
Oh well, more for us then.
Rebecca, what else do rabbits like?
Rabbits like hopping. Come outside, I'll show you. Let's hop.
Rabbits like hopping.
You're very good rabbits.
Lunchtime, children!
Mummy and Daddy Rabbit have prepared lunch.
Rebecca has taught us how to be rabbits.
Ho! You'll enjoy lunch then. It's our favourite. Carrots.
Delicious.
Delicious. Yuck! George will not eat carrots.
Oh dear, George. I thought you were a rabbit. Rabbits love carrots.
Wow! George is eating a carrot.
And this is our favourite cake. Carrot cake.
Hooray! Carrot cake.
George is a proper rabbit now.
Bonjour, George. Comment ça va?
Peppa is saying, "How are you?" in French.
Dinosaur. No, George. That's not how you speak French.
It is morning. Mr. Zebra the postman is delivering letters to Peppa's house.
Post! Hooray! Can I have my letter from Delphine, please?
Sorry, Peppa. There's no letter for you today.
Aw.
I wonder who that could be.
Bonjour, I am Delphine Donkey. I have come to see Peppa.
It's Delphine! Bonjour!
Bonjour, Peppa. Here are my maman and papa and my brother Didier. Bonjour.
Here are my mummy and daddy and my little brother George.
Hello.
Dinosaur.
Dragon.
Do you speak French, Mr. Pig?
I'm an expert at French.
Ah, parlons sport. J'adore l'équipe de foot de Paris. Quelle est votre équipe de foot préférée?
Yes.
Delphine, we could jump up and down in muddy puddles.
Delphine does not understand Peppa.
J'adore sauter dans les flaques de boue.
Peppa does not understand Delphine.
Everything's so different in French, Daddy.
Come on, Peppa. J'adore sauter dans les flaques de boue.
Ah, that's what I was going to show you. We call it jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
J'adore jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Everyone in the whole world loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
The next event is the long jump.
George and Richard have to see who can jump the furthest.
George, run as fast as you can, then jump as far as you can.
George, ready, steady, go.
George has jumped as far as he can.
And now it's Richard Rabbit's turn.
If Richard doesn't run, he won't jump very far.
Richard Rabbit, ready, steady, go.
Richard Rabbit has jumped further than George.
And the winner is Richard the Rabbit.
Hooray! George, remember, it's not the winning that matters, but taking part.
The next race is the relay. Each child needs to pick a parent to race with.
Peppa, pick me! Pick me!
But, Daddy, you're not very good at running.
I was very good when I was a little piggy.
But now you have a big tummy.
But I can still touch my toes. Nearly.
All right, Daddy. But you must run very fast.
The mummies and daddies will run the first part of the race and then hand the batons to the children.
Mummies and daddies, ready, steady, go.
Run, Daddy!
Daddy Pig is in the lead.
Come on, Daddy! Come on, Daddy! Thank you, Daddy. You did very well. Now it's my turn to
Peppa, stop talking and run.
Oh! Meow.
Keep on running!
Keep going!
Go on!
And the winner is Emily Elephant.
Hello, where's my patient? Open wide and say, ah.
George is a little bit worried.
Peppa, you're big and brave. Can you show George how to say, ah?
Of course. Ah! Ah!
George has caught a cold.
Does George need medicine?
No, but he can have some nice warm milk at bedtime to help him sleep.
Thank you, Dr. Brown Bear.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
George has been in bed all day. Now it is Peppa's bedtime.
George, are you better? Achoo!
George is not better.
Achoo! George, please don't sneeze so loudly. This is impossible.
George, here's some nice warm milk to help you sleep.
The warm milk makes George feel very, very sleepy.
Good night, my little piggies.
Ah, it's so nice and quiet.
It is morning. George has slept very well. George is better.
Come on, everyone. It's a lovely sunny day.
George is wearing his rain hat. He doesn't want to catch another cold.
Oh, George, you don't need to wear your hat.
Why?
Because it's hot and sunny.
Why? George, can you stop saying why all the time? Why?
Are we all ready?
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Then let's go.
Dinosaur!
George has left Mr. Dinosaur behind.
Oh, George, you should take more care of Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur!
Are we all absolutely sure we haven't forgotten anything else?
Yes, Daddy Pig. Teddy! I've left Teddy.
Where did you leave, Teddy?
I think on the kitchen table.
Peppa, you really must take more care of Teddy.
Teddy!
Here we go again. All ready?
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Here we go.
This is the picnic area.
We're here.
Hooray!
I love this picnic spot. It's so quiet and peaceful.
It is Zoe Zebra with her daddy, Mr. Zebra the postman.
Hello, Mr. Zebra. Have you got our post?
Oh, no deliveries today. It's my day off.
No! We're having a picnic lunch. So are we.
I know. Why don't we make one big picnic?
Yes.
What a splendid picnic.
Please may George and I leave the table and play with Zoe.
Yes, Peppa.
Zoe, I've got my teddy. I've got my monkey. Oh, oh, oh. Dinosaur. I've got a toy picnic set. Let's play picnics. Oh, it's the ducks. They always turn up when we have a picnic. We've got pretend orange juice and we've got pretend cake. It's pretend cake. It's very nice.
Richard wanted to see George's dinosaur.
Grrr, dinosaur.
George, can Richard play with your dinosaur?
No.
Richard, can George play with your dinosaur?
No.
George and Richard do not want to share their dinosaurs.
George, it will be much more fun if you share.
That was really nice of George.
Dinosaur!
George does not like sharing.
Richard, let George hold the dinosaurs now.
Richard does not like sharing either.
What's all this crying about?
George and Richard always cry when they play together. They're just too little to play properly.
Can you two big girls teach them to play together?
Of course. We can help them make sandcastles.
Good idea. Let's go to the sandpit.
George and Richard love the sandpit.
George, Richard, today we are going to make sandcastles. First, we fill the buckets with sand. We turn the buckets over and give them a little tap. Now we lift the buckets. Hey presto!
Richard has made a sandcastle.
Hey presto!
And George has made a sandcastle.
You see, playing together is fun.
Oh dear, this game has not gone very well.
It was your brother's fault. He broke George's sandcastle. Your brother broke my brother's sandcastle first.
Now, you two big girls are meant to be teaching Richard and George to play nicely together.
That's right. We're big girls. And George and Richard are too little to play together properly.
I've got an idea. George, what's your most favourite thing in the whole playground?
Seesaw!
George loves the seesaw.
Seesaw.
It is a bit difficult to play on a seesaw on your own. Richard wants to play on the seesaw.
Seesaw, seesaw, seesaw. Look, George and Richard are playing together. Seesaw, 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 seesaw.
George likes Richard. Richard likes George.
There is an easier way to make a cup. First, we roll the clay into a long worm like this.
It's a wriggly worm. I'm a wriggly worm. I'm a wriggly worm. I'm made of clay. What shall I make today? I'm a wriggly worm.
We wrap it round and round like this.
It's a bit bumpy.
Now I smooth it out with my hands. And I add a handle.
It's a cup. Now we have 2 cups.
Yes, but a tea set needs more than 2 cups.
We'll all make cups. Yes. Dinosaur. George has made a dinosaur. George always makes dinosaurs.
Oh, what a scary dinosaur. Now we need to bake the tea set in a kiln.
A kiln is an oven that cooks the clay and makes it hard.
The tea set should be ready. Hooray!
Now we paint them.
The children are painting the tea set. Lovely, bright colours. The tea set is finished.
Now we can have our tea party. There's a cup for everyone. Oh, we forgot to make a teapot. I know. George's dinosaur can be the teapot.
Yes, let's fill it with water.
This is the best tea set in the world.
Everybody knows that all the finest tea sets have a dinosaur in them.
Teapot! what do you do? Dance when the music is playing, and when it stops, freeze like a statue. Ready, steady, go!
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Just dance already.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
This one is still blinking. You're out.
Eyes and ears and mouth.
You're moving, George. You're out. Richard and Edmund are out. So Zaza is the winner. Hooray! You've got a medal. It's made of real plastic gold. Mummy, musical statues is over.
Lovely. Now it's time for Pass the Parcel.
Yay! When the music plays, pass the parcel round. When the music stops, take some paper off. Ready, steady, go! George, pass the parcel.
Edmund has got a medal.
Hurry up, Richard. Just take the paper off.
Richard has got a medal. George has got a medal.
Pass the parcel.
Oh dear, George isn't passing the parcel.
No, George. That is Zaza's medal. It's a giant teddy.
Edmund has won.
We are good at the piano, Mummy. So what do the buttons do?
We can use the buttons to record sounds.
What kind of sounds?
Anything you like. Say something, Peppa.
That's me.
Now we can play the sound like a piano.
Can we do some recording?
Of course.
Say something, George. Dinosaur. George, this is you. Dinosaur. Let's do lots of sounds and surprise Daddy.
What a good idea.
Come on, George.
Peppa and George are recording lots of different sounds. In the kitchen, in the bedroom, in the living room, in the hallway, even in the garden.
Peppa, George, Daddy will be home soon. Have you finished recording your sounds?
No, Mummy, there's just one more. Come on, George, follow me.
What sound can it be?
It's a very important sound.
Peppa is going into the bathroom.
Flush the toilet, George.
George is collecting grass.
Don't pick grass, George. Pick dandelions, like this one. Peppa, George, would you like to see a trick with buttercups?
Yes, please.
George, do you like butter?
George does not know if he likes butter.
Let me see. Yes, George, you do like butter.
How can you tell?
If I hold a buttercup under George's chin, and it shines yellow, that means he likes butter.
Do it to me! Do it to me!
Peppa, do you like butter? You do!
It's true! I do like butter. I've got a trick I can do with daisies.
Oh, what's that?
If I put a daisy under your chin and it shines yellow, then that means you like cheese.
Really?
Yes. George, do you like cheese? Cheese.
Yes, George does like cheese.
Oh, there's no yellow.
Are you sure you like cheese, George?
I think they are the wrong type of daisies. Oh.
Don't worry, there is something we can do with daisies. We can make a daisy chain.
What's a daisy chain?
I'll show you. First you take a daisy and make a little hole in the stem. Take another daisy and thread it through that hole. Then make a hole in that daisy stem and thread another daisy through that hole. Look, a daisy chain.
Wow! Let me try. Make a hole in the stem, thread a daisy through. This is fun!
We can join them together to make one big daisy chain necklace. There! Now you are the Daisy Queen, Peppa.
Yes, I am the Daisy Queen. Look at me, look at me! No, George, I am the Daisy Queen. You need to be something else. Oh.
George, you can be a lion. And these dandelions can be your mane.
George is a dandelion. Roar!
George likes being a lion.
Roar!
What do you want in your smoothie, George?
Strawberry! George, a smoothie must have lots of fruit in it.
How about strawberries and pineapple, George?
No.
Maybe George would like some dinosaur juice.
Dinosaur juice?
Oh, yes. All dinosaurs like dinosaur juice.
Dinosaur.
Let's see. A bit of this, one of those, a few of these, oh, some of that. One dinosaur juice, just for dinosaurs and their little friends.
Dinosaur. Can I have some dinosaur juice, please, Miss Rabbit?
Me too. And me. And me.
OK, dinosaur juice for everyone. Oh, bother.
What's wrong, Miss Rabbit?
I've forgotten what I put in the dinosaur juice.
Oh, I can tell you what was in it.
Really? How?
By smelling it.
Freddy Fox has a very good sense of smell.
There's one banana.
One banana.
4 strawberries. 5 cherries.
Strawberries, cherries.
1 peach, half a pineapple, a slice of melon, and something else. What is it? A carrot? Yes, a carrot. Hooray!
Dinosaur juice for everyone.
Are you all enjoying Fruit Day?
Yes, we love fruit and carrots.
Everyone loves fruit and carrots.
Boys against girls.
The girls are in one team, the boys are in the other.
That's not fair. We've got little ones on our team.
Don't worry, the boys' team will still win.
Yeah, we're a super team.
Emily Elephant is very good at reaching high with her trunk.
Emily's using her trunk. It's not fair.
Shush, Peppa. She's on our side.
Oh, yes, that is fair.
It's not fair.
We want Emily on our team.
No, she's in our team.
Stop arguing. You can all be in the same team.
OK.
The children are all in one big team.
Oh, but who will we play?
Well...
Hello! The parents have come to take the children home.
I know. You can play the grown-ups.
But they are bigger than us.
Ah, but you've been taught basketball by Daddy Coach.
Yes, let's play them.
We're the children's team.
Yay!
We're the grown-ups team.
All right! I'm quite good at cricket.
Yes, well, this is basketball.
You throw the ball through the hoop.
But you can only use your hands.
Or your trunk. But not your feet.
Ready, steady, go!
Mr. Elephant has the ball. Tackled by George. Pass to Zoe Zebra. To Richard Rabbit. And Peppa throws it through the hoop.
Yippee!
The children have won.
Hooray! All thanks to Daddy Coach. We've got money in our piggy bank.
Peppa and George have 1 penny and 2 buttons to spend.
OK, let's go shopping.
This is Mr. Fox's shop. Hello there! Can I help you?
It's Granny and Grandpa Pig's wedding anniversary.
They're both very old and need a present.
My shop has everything. I'm sure you'll find something you like.
A big teddy. I love it. This can be the present.
Peppa, the present is not for you. It's for Granny and Grandpa.
Oh, yes. Oh, look. Funny teeth.
They're wind-up joke teeth. Very popular.
Can they be the present for Granny and Grandpa?
I think Granny and Grandpa have all the teeth they need, Peppa.
Do your Granny and Grandpa like gardening and digging?
Yes.
Then why not get them a bucket and spade each? Buy one, get one free.
They've already got spades and buckets and forks and everything.
Oh, dear.
I know. Grandpa likes sailing his boat.
Say no more. I have everything a sailor could ever wish for.
Do you have pirate's treasure?
Everything except pirate's treasure.
Oh.
Do Granny and Grandpa like antiques?
What does antique mean?
Antique means old and rare.
Usually, yes. But my antiques are brand new. That chair comes in a set of 12. Nice, isn't it?
Is it made of oak?
Yes, it's made of plastic oak.
Is it comfortable?
You mustn't sit on it. Antique chairs are not for sitting on.
So, what do you do with them?
You look at them.
That's not much fun, even for a grown-up.
Buying a present for Granny and Grandpa is hard work.
Bye-bye, Mr. Skinny Legs.
It is starting to rain. Mr. Skinny Legs is running back to the house.
Maybe he doesn't like the rain.
He's climbing up the water spout.
Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed poor Incy out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again.
I don't want Mr. Skinny Legs in the house, Daddy Pig.
Let's take Mr. Skinny Legs a bit further into the garden. There we are. A nice tree for you to live in.
What is he doing?
He's making a web, Peppa. Spiders live in webs and use them to catch flies.
Oh, he's very busy.
Yes, it's hard work building a web. That's why you must never, ever break one. If you do, the spider has to do all the work again.
Yes, Daddy. Bye-bye, Mr. Skinny Legs.
It is bedtime.
I liked watching Mr. Skinny Legs make his web today.
And tomorrow, he'll make another web.
Really?
Yes, Mr. Skinny Legs makes a new web every day.
Where will the new web be, Daddy?
I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Good night.
Night-night.
It is morning. Daddy Pig is getting ready to go to work.
I don't want to be late. I have an important meeting at the office.
Daddy, you work very hard.
Yes, I do, but not as hard as Mr. Skinnylegs. Bye-bye, everyone. See you tonight.
Stop, Daddy.
What is it?
You cannot drive the car today.
Why not?
Look.
Mr. Skinnylegs has built a web, joining the car to the house.
Daddy, you said you must never, ever break a web.
Did I?
Yes, Daddy Pig. If you move the car, you will break the web.
But how am I going to get to work?
Don't worry, Daddy. You can borrow my little bicycle. Here you are.
Thank you, Peppa.
Daddy Pig is riding Peppa's little bicycle.
Have a nice ride to work.
I will, Peppa. Bye.
Look.
Ah, wriggly worm. Wiggle, wiggle.
The worms turn all the fruit and vegetables into compost.
Grandpa, can we find some more wriggly worms for your compost heap?
What a good idea.
Come on, George. Let's find some more wriggly worms. A wriggly worm. Wiggle, wiggle. You're a wiggly worm. You're a wiggly worm. How do you do? I love you. You're a wiggly worm.
Ha! Well done.
Be a good wiggly worm and turn it all into compost.
Then I can use the compost to...
I know. You put a seed in the ground, cover it in compost, and it grows into a tree.
Oh, yes, Peppa. And talking of trees, we'd better go and help Granny Pig. She's collecting fruit in the orchard.
What's the orchard?
It's where you find fruit trees. We've had this orchard since I was a little piggy.
Hello, Granny Pig. Candy egg.
Are you going to help me collect some apples?
Yes, Granny. Oh, the apples are too high up.
Don't worry, Peppa. Granny and Grandpa have a little trick to collect the apples.
Everybody hold on to the tree.
On the count of 3, shake the tree as much as you can.
1, 2, 3.
It's raining apples. Granny, can we have an apple, please?
Of course, Peppa.
Delicious.
And can you guess what we do with the apple cores?
Wiggle, wiggle.
That's right. The apple cores go into the compost for the worms.
Clever George.
And clever wriggly worms too.
George likes diggers.
This way, Mr. Rhino!
OK, boss.
Mr. Bull is the boss.
Mr. Bull, where's all that water coming from?
It's coming from a broken water pipe underground.
How are you going to fix it?
We dig up the road!
Wow!
We turn the water off.
George loves cranes.
Crane! Crane!
We take the old pipe out and put the new one in.
Thank you for showing us your work, Mr. Bull.
Oh, no problem. Bye! See you later!
Oh dear. George doesn't want to leave Mr. Bull.
We're going to the playground, George.
You can play diggers and cranes in the sand pit.
And we'll see Mr. Bull again on our way home.
Peppa and her family have arrived at the playground.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Peppa.
Edmund Elephant and Richard Rabbit are playing in the sandpit.
Let's play in the sandpit. OK. Stop. What's the problem? We're digging up the road and I'm the boss. Oh. Is it going to take long? It'll take as long as it will take. We have to make a hole. Vroom, vroom. We fill it in. And the road is mended. Hooray! Dip the stick in the mixture. Hold it up. Take a big breath. And blow.
George is trying really hard, but he is running out of breath.
Achoo! George, you didn't blow hard enough.
I know a way George can make bubbles. Dip the stick in the mixture, then lift it up and wave it around.
Bubble!
It's even better if you run along.
Wait for me!
George is having fun making bubbles, and Peppa is having fun popping them.
I love bubbles!
Oh dear, the bubble mixture is all used up.
Daddy! Mummy! There's no more bubble mixture.
Don't worry, Peppa. I have an idea. Mummy Pig, bring me a bucket, please.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Peppa, bring me some soap.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
George, bring me my old tennis racket.
A bucket? Some soap? A tennis racket? What is Daddy Pig doing?
First, I need some water. Then the soap. And now, the tennis racket, please. Thank you. Now watch this.
Ooh, wow!
Daddy Pig has made his own bubble mixture.
Come on, everyone.
Be careful, Daddy Pig. Don't slip and fall.
I'll be fine. Whoa!
Are you okay, Daddy Pig?
Yes, I'm fine.
Wow!
Daddy Pig has made the biggest bubble ever. Peppa and George love their treehouse. Here are Peppa and George's friends, Zoe, Suzy, Rebecca and Richard.
I like your treehouse, Peppa. Can we come in? Yes. Now we can have a tea party.
Here are Pedro and Danny.
Nay. Hello, Peppa. Can we come in? Sorry, Danny. Only girls can come into the treehouse. Boys are a bit noisy. They always spoil the tea parties. But George and Richard are boys. Oh, yes. Sorry, George. This treehouse is for girls only.
What's wrong?
The girls won't let us into the treehouse. It isn't fair.
Ho ho! I think I can help.
Come over here.
Now we can have a nice, quiet tea party. What's that noise?
There. Now you boys have your very own den with its very own drawbridge.
A castle! Thank you, Grandpa Pig. Can we come in?
No, this is a boys' den, for boys only.
But I love castles. Castles aren't as good as tree houses. Come on, girls.
I'm the king of the castle.
Every castle needs a flag.
Wow! They've got a flag. We don't need a silly flag.
Here is Granny Pig.
Hello, girls. Can I get you anything?
A flag, please. And it must be better than the boys' flag.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm the king of the castle.
Ho, ho! Every castle needs a telephone. Hold this. Keep this string nice and tight and you can talk to the boys.
We don't want to talk to the boys.
We don't want to talk to the girls.
Granny Pig has found a flag for the girls' den.
This dress will make a pretty flag.
Thank you, Granny.
Maybe Peppa is teasing George just a bit too much.
Peppa, have you been teasing George?
Not really, Mummy. I was teaching him how to catch.
Really? Oh, well, I know a game that will teach George how to catch. It's called Piggy in the Middle. Peppa, you take the ball and stand over there, and George, you stand over there. Good. You have to throw the ball to each other, and I have to try and catch it. I'm the piggy in the middle.
Mummy is the piggy in the middle. Catch, George.
Oh, missed it.
George has caught the ball.
Hooray! Well done, George. Now you throw the ball to Peppa. Oh, try again. Oh, try again.
George cannot throw the ball past Mummy Pig.
Come on, George. Give the ball to me. Silly George. I can do that too.
Peppa wanted to copy George, but she's too big and has got stuck.
I've got the ball. Peppa, now it's your turn to be piggy. George, catch.
Hooray! Got it. George, you're the piggy. George, catch.
Catch the ball, George.
Catch, George.
George, catch.
Here's the ball, George. Whee!
Oh dear. Peppa, you shouldn't tease George like that.
Sorry, George. Mummy, please can we go out to play?
You can go out to play when you finish your breakfast.
George, don't drink your juice too quickly.
George drank his juice too quickly, and now he has hiccups.
Can we go out to play now, Mummy?
Not while George has hiccups.
But George's hiccups have gone, Mummy. Haven't they, George?
Oh, all right, you can go out and play, but look after George.
Peppa and George love playing in the garden.
George, I'm going to throw the ball, and then you have to catch it. George, please stop hiccuping. George! Now you throw the ball to me, and I have to catch it. George!
Oh dear, George's hiccups are spoiling the game.
George, I know how to cure hiccups. You have to do what I say. Rub the top of your head and rub your tummy. Good. Now your hiccups have gone.
Peppa's cure for hiccups doesn't seem to have worked.
George, you have done it all wrong. I know a better way to cure hiccups. First, jump up and down 3 times on one leg. Now, wave your arms up and down and stick your tongue out. And now, close your eyes and turn around quickly 3 times.
Peppa's new cure hasn't worked either. George still has hiccups.
I know. To cure hiccups, the ill piggy must be given a shock. George, I'm going to scare you, but you must remember, it's only a game and it'll stop your hiccups. Remember, this is just pretend scaring.
Peppa, you mustn't play so roughly with George. He's only little.
And here is Daddy's coat. Hello, Daddy Pig. Now it's my turn. This is Mummy's dress. This is Mummy's hat. Daddy Pig, where are your shoes? I need some shoes too. Now I need to look beautiful, just like Mummy.
Peppa has found Mummy's makeup box.
Aha! First some powder. Lovely. Now for some lipstick. What a pretty Mummy Pig. Come along, Daddy Pig. It's time to go to work.
Mummy Pig is working on her computer.
Hello, Peppa. Hello, George.
I beg your pardon.
Peppa, I was just saying hello.
I'm not Peppa Pig. I'm Mummy Pig.
Oh, yes, of course. Hello, Mummy Pig.
Hello. And this is Daddy Pig. George.
And hello to you too, Daddy Pig.
Excuse me, I've got a lot of work to do. Hello? Yes? Do this, do that. No, thank you. Goodbye.
Peppa is enjoying pretending to be Mummy Pig. But George is getting a bit bored.
Sorry, Daddy Pig. I'm nearly finished. There, all done. Come on, Daddy Pig, it's time you did some work.
Goodbye, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig.
Goodbye.
Oh dear.
It's not funny. George, let's play snowballs.
Peppa has made a snowball. Peppa and George are having a lot of fun.
George, come back, you little piggy.
Oh dear, maybe this game is getting a little too rough.
Sorry, George. George, let's build a snowman.
Peppa and George are making a snowman. First they make the body.
George, this is the snowman's body.
Now they make the snowman's head.
Now he needs arms and eyes and a mouth.
George has found some sticks for the snowman's arms. Peppa has found some stones for the snowman's eyes and mouth.
This is his face. Now the snowman needs a nose.
Peppa has got a carrot to make the snowman's nose. The snowman looks very happy, but maybe he is a bit cold.
The snowman needs some clothes to keep it warm.
George has found some clothes to keep the snowman nice and warm. The snowman is wearing his hat and scarf and gloves.
Mummy, Daddy, come and look.
Mummy Pig is wearing her hat and scarf and gloves.
That is the best snowman I have ever seen.
Daddy Pig looks quite cold. He isn't wearing his hat and scarf and gloves.
Achoo! Anyway, there was also a dragon.
Dinosaur!
A dinosaur? Oh, yes, it wasn't a dragon. It was a dinosaur. Living outside was a huge, fierce dinosaur.
Oh dear, maybe the dinosaur wasn't quite that fierce, Daddy Pig.
Sorry, George. No, the dinosaur was very gentle. It ate lots of grass.
Daddy Pig!
Oh, sorry. I was being the dinosaur.
Daddy, why is the princess called the Sleepy Princess?
I'm coming to that. You see, the sun set, then the stars and moon came out, and everyone got very sleepy. But the most sleepy of all was the Sleepy Princess. Peppa, are you sleepy?
No, Daddy. I am not sleepy at all.
But somebody is.
George, wake up. You'll miss the end of the story.
Well, Peppa might not be sleepy, but the Sleepy Princess certainly was. Looking at herself all day in the mirror had completely worn her out. Let's carry you to bed. Good night. The Sleepy Princess was so sleepy, she had fallen fast asleep.
Thank you for that story, King Daddy.
Okay, a scary dinosaur puppet.
Chloe is making George a dinosaur puppet.
It needs pointy teeth. There, a scary dinosaur.
Lunchtime, everyone!
Coming. After lunch, we'll do a puppet show. Hooray!
Auntie Pig has made spaghetti for lunch.
This spaghetti is delicious.
Best spaghetti ever.
You can tell you two are brothers.
Alike in every way.
What do you mean?
We are completely different.
Peppa, George and I are going to do a puppet show.
Fantastic! Call us when you're ready.
See you later.
A puppet show? That sounds fun. Have I got time for some more spaghetti?
Could I have some more too? The puppet show is about to begin.
Hello, my name is Chloe. And I am Peppa. Grrr. Ah! It's a dinosaur! A scary dinosaur!
Oh, I say, that's very good.
Bravo!
I am Uncle Pig. Hello, Uncle Pig. Hello, Peppa. Ho, ho, ho.
It looks just like you.
I think they've made my tummy a bit big.
Ho, ho. I did enjoy my lunch. Uncle Pig, are you going to fall asleep and snore like you always do? What do you mean? Daddy says you always fall asleep and snore loudly, like this. Ho, ho, your daddy's right. I do snore like this. Ooh.
George has found a spider in the sink. George wants the spider to be his friend.
Oh.
George likes the spider. The spider likes George. Peppa loves playing tea parties.
Where are all the chocolate biscuits, Daddy? We had lots yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, Mummy. I must have eaten them all. Ho, ho, ho. Naughty Daddy.
George is putting the spider to bed.
Night, night. George, what are you doing? You have to help me with the tea party. Help! Help! Daddy! There's a spider in my bedroom.
Oh, don't worry, Peppa.
Please, Daddy, take it away.
No need to panic. Hello, George. Have you seen the spider?
It's too scary. Take it away.
There's no need to be afraid, Peppa. Spiders are very, very small and they can't hurt you. But don't worry. Daddy will take it out of the bedroom. Whoa! He's quite big, isn't he? I'll just fetch Mummy Pig. Mummy Pig!
Hello, Mr. Skinny Legs.
Peppa feels a little bit braver.
He likes being in my doll's house.
Hello, children. I hear you found a little spider. I'll take him out of the bedroom so you two can play.
Mummy, his name is Mr. Skinny Legs.
Ah! Mr. Skinny Legs is big, isn't he?
Peppa and George like the spider.
Night, night.
George is putting the spider to bed.
No, George. He wants some tea. He doesn't want to be in bed. Are you hungry, Mr. Skinny Legs? Would you like some cake?
Peppa isn't afraid of the spider anymore.
Mummy, Daddy, sit down. We are all going to have tea with Mr. Skinny Legs. Who wants tea?
Me, please.
Me, please. Delicious.
Peppa loves playing tea parties.
Here's your tea, Mr. Skinny Legs. What's that? You want to say hello to my daddy? Hello, Mr. Mr. Daddy Pig.
Hey, that's all right, Peppa. Let Mr. Skinnylegs drink his tea.
You're not scared, are you, Daddy?
Oh, no, of course not. Well, not so close. Whoa!
Very impressive.
Oh, it stopped.
The long grass is stopping it from walking. Perhaps you could cut it, Grandpa Pig.
Yes, maybe later.
Let's do it again. Oh, where's the key?
It must have fallen out when Mr. Robot was walking.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure we can find it. Can't we, Grandpa?
Yes, I have the very thing for finding lost keys in long grass. Now, where is it?
The lawnmower is right in front of you, Grandpa Pig.
But I'm not looking for the lawnmower. I'm looking for this, my metal detector.
Metal detectors are good at finding lost keys.
Oh, it's not in the box.
Is the metal detector lost as well?
I'm afraid so.
Oh dear. Sorry, George. The key is lost forever.
Who can that be?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Mr. Fox.
What can I sell you this morning? I've a solar-powered torch, a wooden frying pan, an electric gnome.
Nothing for us today, thank you, Mr. Fox.
Unless you've got a metal detector.
Metal detector? Well, why didn't you say so? I've got a metal detector right here.
Fantastic. It's just like my old one.
It's got 3 settings: finding things, good at finding things, and really good at finding things.
Excellent. We'll take it.
Now we can find George's lost key.
Hooray!
How does the metal detector work, Grandpa?
I'll show you. Imagine I have lost this coin. I turn on the metal detector and swing it gently from side to side. I'm looking for it here. I'm looking for it there.
But, Grandpa, you put the coin here.
I know, Peppa. I'm just pretending to look for it.
Why don't you pretend to look for it here?
Here, you say? Aha! I've found something. It's a coin.
Yes, Grandpa. It's the one you just put there.
Yes, Peppa. And that's how you find things, with a metal detector.
Can we have a go?
Of course. Let's find that lost key.
Here, there, here. We found something.
No, it's a nail.
Oh.
Keep looking.
Here, there. There's something else.
A spoon. What's that doing here?
Why don't you have a go, Mr. Pig?
Why not? It does look fun.
Aw, the waves have gone.
Too bad, Mr. Pig. Looks like you've missed your chance to surf today.
Oh, that's a shame.
But it's just right for little George to go paddling in.
I'll come with you, George. No surfing, George, but you can sit on me instead.
George likes sitting on top of Daddy Pig.
Look at that wave coming!
Crikey, it's a big one.
Daddy, there's a big wave coming. Wave!
What's that?
Wave!
I think they want us to wave, George. Cooey!
George is using Daddy Pig as a surfboard.
Wow, George has got great balance.
Hooray!
You're a natural surfer, George. Maybe you can teach me a few tricks.
George is the best. I loved surfing, Mummy.
Yes, what a fantastic holiday we're having.
So, what's planned for tomorrow?
Are you, staying another day?
I could stay here forever.
Well, I do have to go to work tomorrow.
They can come along too.
OK. Well, I suppose that might be...
Hooray!
Peppa is having a lovely long holiday with Kylie Kangaroo. Oh dear, George has knocked down Peppa's wall.
George! You naughty piggy!
Ho-ho! Building things up, then knocking them down. It's all part of the fun at Digger World.
This is the grabber machine.
How do we play this one?
Let's hope it's not pedal-powered.
Mummy and Daddy Pig do the peddling.
Oh.
Peppa and George use the grabber to win a lovely prize.
Ooh.
There are Mr. Potato dolls or toy dinosaurs to be won.
Dinosaur. OK, George, let's get a dinosaur. This way, George. No, that way. Back, forward, down. Hooray! We've got the dinosaur. Oh.
The dinosaur toy is too heavy for the grabber.
Oh, try again.
Oh no! We got a Mr. Potato doll!
The Mr. Potato doll is just the right weight for the grabber.
Aren't you lucky? And he's yours to keep.
Oh.
But the best news is you have earned your Digger badges. You are fully qualified digger drivers.
Hooray!
Thank you for visiting Digger World, where all your digger dreams come true. Bye.
Bye-bye. I really like Digger World because we get to drive...
Stop!
It is Mr. Bull.
What's the matter, Mr. Bull?
We're building a wall across the road.
Digger! Mr. Bull, can we drive your digger?
Oh, I'm afraid children can't drive diggers.
But we've been to Digger World. We've got badges.
Oh, that's OK then. Hop aboard. I'll drive the digger and you can have the important job of pushing the buttons. OK now, push the button.
What? This red one?
No, the green one! Ah!
The digger has knocked over the new wall.
How may we help you today?
Dinosaur. George has lost Mr. Dinosaur.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure you'll find your dinosaur.
All you've got to do is keep your ears and eyes open.
Actually, we were hoping some kind person might have found George's toy dinosaur and brought it here.
I see. We'll need to question George. It's just routine.
Please describe your dinosaur in your own words.
Take your time.
Use as many words as you like.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Excellent description.
We do have some lost dinosaurs in the back. Follow me.
Wow! What a lot of stuff!
Yes, it's amazing the things people lose.
Umbrellas.
Handbags.
Pirate treasure.
Wow!
Yes, pirates are always forgetting where they buried their treasure.
People dig the treasure up, and when they can't find the pirate who legally owns it...
They bring the treasure here.
Funny thing is, not one single pirate has ever walked into our police station to claim their treasure.
This cement mixer was found in a train. The passenger must have forgotten it.
Ooh.
And this banana was found in a shoe shop.
How in the world it got there, we'll never know. I'm sorry, young lad. What were we looking for again?
Dinosaur.
Oh, yes. Here we are, a box full of plastic dinosaurs.
Is this your Stegosaurus?
No.
How about this Triceratops?
No.
This Brontosaurus?
No.
I'm afraid that's all the toy dinosaurs we've got.
Oh.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure you'll find your dinosaur.
All you've got to do is keep your ears and eyes open. Oh, who put that lamppost there?
Hello, my little piggies. So tell me, what did you learn at playgroup today?
Madam Gazelle asked us what we want to be when we grow up.
That sounds nice.
Not really, Mummy. Everybody knows what they want to be, but I don't.
Do you know what you want to be when you grow up, George?
Dinosaur.
George wants to be a dinosaur when he grows up.
You see?
Don't worry, Peppa. You have plenty of time to decide what you want to be.
OK. What do you do, Mummy?
I work on my computer.
Do you get to tell people what to do?
No.
Well, that's no good then.
It is bedtime for Peppa and George.
What do you do, Daddy?
I could tell you, Peppa, but I think you'd find it a bit boring.
I wouldn't, Daddy. Please tell me, please.
OK, my job is to design and facilitate strategies of function by material means in concrete.
Do you like your job, Daddy?
I like it, but not everyone would. Everyone is different, Peppa.
What can I do then?
Think of something you like doing.
I like jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
There aren't that many jobs.
I want to be famous for jumping in muddy puddles.
I want to be famous for having a big tummy, Peppa, but that's never going to happen.
But I'm very good at puddle jumping.
Yes, I suppose you are.
When I grow up, I will show everyone in the world how to jump in muddy puddles.
That sounds like a very good idea. Night-night, Peppa. Night-night, George.
Night-night.
Peppa and George are falling asleep to dream about dinosaurs and puddle jumping.
Whose shadow is that? That's the biggest shadow ever. It must be a giant.
It's not a giant. The shadow is being made by a cloud.
Wow. What sort of cloud is it?
It's a big cloud.
It's called a stratocumulus.
Yes.
Edmund Elephant is a clever clogs.
Look, our shadows are getting longer.
Ooh.
That's because the sun is getting lower in the sky. It's nearly night time.
My shadow has gone.
Yes, Emily. When the sun sets, the shadows go away.
Peppa, George, bedtime.
OK, Daddy. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
It is bedtime.
I'm a bit sad that my shadow's gone away.
Don't be sad, Peppa. The electric light can make shadows. And we can make shadow puppets.
Mummy Pig is using her hands to make a shadow puppet.
It's a birdie.
Listen to it sing. Tweet, tweet, I'm a little birdie.
My turn.
Peppa has made a spider.
My name is Mr. Skinny Legs.
Oh, scary.
George is making a shadow puppet.
What's that, George? Dinosaur. Brrr.
George has made a dinosaur.
That's really scary.
Very good, George. Time to switch the lights out. Good night, Peppa. Good night, George. Good night, shadows.
Good night, shadows. A wizard who is going to do a big magic show.
But...
Then along came a scary dragon. Grrr.
Granny Pig, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are still waiting to eat dinner.
That bedtime story doesn't seem to be working.
I'm the expert at telling bedtime stories. I'll have them asleep in no time.
A scary dragon.
Peppa, George, back to bed.
But Grandpa hasn't finished the story yet, Daddy.
I'll finish the story. I'll be down in a minute.
OK, there's a boy, a beanstalk, a castle, a beautiful princess, a brave knight, a cook, a wizard and a scary dragon.
And a very hungry king. So they all had a big dinner and lived happily ever after. The end.
Then they had a party. And all their friends came.
Right, I think I'd better sort this out. Daddy Pig.
They're almost asleep.
Thank you. I'll take over now.
You have to finish the story, Mummy.
All right, quickly now. Tell me what's happened.
Once upon a time, in olden days, a long time ago.
Mummy Pig's been up there for a long time.
I can hear snoring.
At last, Peppa and George are asleep.
And then they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Peppa? George?
Shush! Mummy is asleep.
It looks like Princess Peppa is the best at telling bedtime stories.
We need some old newspaper to put on the table.
Yes!
Daddy Pig is reading his newspaper.
You can have my newspaper when I've finished reading it. All right.
Hooray! Now we can start painting. Silly George. Big children do not put their hands in the paint.
George loves painting with his hands. Peppa loves painting with her hands.
Very good. Can I have a potato, Mummy Pig?
They aren't cooked yet, Daddy Pig.
Are you hungry, Daddy?
I'm not going to eat it. What's this?
What is Daddy Pig doing?
Ooh.
Now, who can tell me what this is?
A flower. Clever, Daddy.
I loved painting when I was a young piggy. Now, where are my old painting things?
Daddy, why are you wearing that funny hat?
This is my beret. It puts me in the mood for painting pictures. Now, what shall I paint? Well chosen, George. I'll paint the old cherry tree.
What's that?
It's an easel, Peppa. It holds my canvas.
What's a canvas?
It's a bit like paper for very special paintings.
Is that toothpaste?
No, Peppa. These are special paints for grown-up artists. There. What colour shall we begin with?
Red, please.
Why red, Peppa?
Red is my favourite colour.
But first we need to paint the sky. Look, what colour is it?
Blue, of course.
Very good. Let's start with blue. Now for the cherry tree. We need green for the leaves.
But there isn't any green.
Never mind. If we mix blue paint with yellow paint, we can make green.
Mixing blue and yellow makes green.
Ooh.
What lovely green leaves. And here's some grass.
What about the branches? We haven't got brown paint.
We can make brown. We'll mix the green and the red.
Mixing green and red makes brown.
Ooh.
Daddy Pig paints the tree trunk and the branches.
George, why are you dressed up in that spacesuit? You should be in your pyjamas.
George loves everything to do with space.
Oh. George, take your space helmet off to drink your milk.
Bedtime, little ones.
At night, George likes to listen to his space mobile.
Not space again. It's boring.
Space isn't boring. It's full of stars.
I can't see anything. It's too dark.
It's easier to see the stars from outside.
Can we go outside now?
Peppa, you're in your pyjamas.
Maybe if you put your coats on over your pyjamas, we could go outside just this once.
Hooray! Daddy, why are you lying on the ground?
This is the best way to see the stars. Look at these little stars. Imagine you are joining the dots.
That's called the Big Dipper.
Ooh!
Yes, and the two stars at the end point to the North Star.
Wow! North Star, North Star, are you near or are you far? Can we get there in the car?
No, Peppa. The stars are much too far away.
Are they even further than the seaside?
Oh, yes. But they look a lot closer through a telescope.
Have we got a telescope?
No, but Grandpa Pig has a very good telescope.
Can we go to Grandpa Pig's house now?
It's much too late.
Maybe we can go just this once, Daddy Pig.
Peppa isn't under the bed. What was that strange noise? Peppa isn't behind the curtain. There is that strange noise again. What can it be? George has found where Peppa was hiding.
George found me. Now it's Daddy's turn to hide.
Oh, I think George should have another turn.
But George isn't very good at hiding.
I'm sure he'll be better this time. Close your eyes and start counting.
1, 2,
Oh
3,
dear. Peppa will easily find
4,
George.
5,
George, come over here.
7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. Oh. George isn't hiding under the table. But George always hides under the table.
Have you thought of looking upstairs?
I know where he is. George is in the toy basket. Oh.
George is not in the toy basket. Where can he be? Peppa cannot find George anywhere.
Daddy, I can't find George anywhere.
Oh dear. I wonder where he can be. Actually, I think there's something about George in this newspaper.
Whee! George! Found you! Is that a dinosaur? It's just a toy dinosaur. Grrr! Dinosaur. Brilliant. Dinosaur. Grrr! Ah! Dinosaur. Grrr!
Ah, really scary.
That's brilliant. George is my brother. He's brilliant.
Peppa is proud of her little brother, George.
Shall we show George how we paint pictures?
George is not very good at painting.
Well, maybe you could help him.
Yes, I'm very good. I will show him how to paint a flower. George, today I'm going to teach you how to paint a flower. First you paint a big circle. No, George, that's the wrong colour. Now you paint the flower's petals. George, that's the wrong shape. Now you paint the stalk of the leaves. Perfect. George, you have done it all wrong.
Now, what do we have here?
I've painted a flower.
That's very good, Peppa. And George has painted a dinosaur.
Grrr, dinosaur. Brilliant.
I think George and Peppa's pictures should go on the wall.
Hooray!
Peppa, you must be very proud of your little brother.
Yes, I am.
I don't think it's that big red button, George. That would be too obvious.
Oh! Yes, we try to keep it simple.
This is fun.
This passage has led us to the dining hall.
Wow!
This must be the medieval banquet.
Yes, it looks really tasty.
It's all made of plastic.
Yes, it's to show what a real banquet would have looked like.
Oh.
But of course, as part of the tour, you get to have your very own real medieval banquet.
Fantastic!
Here it is, your banquet in a box. The oldie cheese sandwich, jester's pickle and a king's jelly.
It's a little picnic in a box.
Yes, it's not quite the medieval banquet I was expecting.
And now it's time to meet the dragon.
George, it won't be a real dragon. Dragons are just pretend.
Yes, don't be sad if it's just Miss Rabbit holding a little glove puppet. Oh!
Wow!
Miss Rabbit is driving a huge robot dragon.
Do you want to see it breathe fire?
Yes, please!
I'm just going to park it.
It's heading for our car.
Another reason we say cars are parked at owner's risk.
And that's the end of the tour.
Hope you had a lovely time.
I think that was George's best day out ever.
George loves castles. Everyone loves castles.
George, what shall we make a picture of? Dinosaur.
Good idea, George. You find the green pebbles for the dinosaur.
And I will find blue pebbles and make a lovely sky.
Peppa and George are making a Roman mosaic of a dinosaur. George adds some green pebbles. Peppa adds some blue pebbles.
George, the red ones can be the eyes. Finished!
Well done, Peppa and George. My word, you've got rather muddy. Time for a bath before Mummy and Daddy Pig come to pick you up.
No.
Oh dear, George does not want to have a bath.
But George, the Romans were very good at having baths. And you're a Roman, aren't you?
Yes, George. Let's have a Roman bath.
Peppa and George are having a Roman bath.
It's Mummy and Daddy.
Here are Mummy and Daddy Pig.
Ah, tempus fugit.
What does that mean?
It means time flies.
Tempus fugit.
Tempus fugit. Tempus fugit.
Hello? Mummy, Daddy, we've been playing Romans. Tempus fugit. budget.
Ooh. And with these crowns of leaves, you are both Roman emperors.
Hooray! Benny Viddy Bitchy.
Peppa and George love being Romans. Everybody loves being Romans.